Here's a couple still shots of the stock exhaust before we do any mods to it. All right, here we go. Speed engineering headers and Y pipe, long tubes and Y pipe for this Pontiac G8. Gonna do a little install video, not really a step-by-step. First thing I did was remove the spark plug wires and the spark plugs, and go ahead and spray down the exhaust manifold bolts with some WD-40 or some kind of penetrating oil. This side I just took off the coil pack just so I can get my hand back in there without cutting it off. Obviously we removed the dipstick tube as well. So all 8 spark plugs out, spark plug wires out, coil pack on the driver's side. Then remove all the 13mm bolts for the manifold. Just kind of let them hang there. Then we could lift the car up, start removing the stuff from the bottom. All right, here's the Pontiac G8, all stock stuff. Little baby pipe. We're gonna be removing all this. That way that baby could breathe. And removing these long distance tips. Yes, sir. Right here's the driver's side O2 sensor. Plug the extension in before you put the new header in. It makes it way easier. All right, so I got all the stock exhaust out. You see me take it off from the top, all the flange bolts. So I just sprayed these flange bolts with some WD, popped them off, move them out of the way, and you can drop these down. And we got to take all this out. All there is just 4 hangers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another set of flange bolts that goes to the tips, and you could drop the whole thing. So I'm gonna just undo these tips right here from this not stock mount on both sides, and then start putting all the new stuff in. Yes, sir. All right, here's a quick tip on the G8 when installing the headers. I had to disconnect the steering shaft. You can see it right there. There's one 13mm bolt that has to come all the way out, and then it pops right out. There's right there where it connects to the steering rack. There's a better shot right there. And then you have clearance to put the header. I can do this with one hand. Yep, one hand. Fits all nice up in there. Yes, sir. All right, here's another update. Speed engineering header next pipe kit. Everything went in flawlessly. And then obviously this is gonna go to the rear connection pipes, which are right here. This one's already been modified, so I'm gonna have to cut this and see what I have to do to make it work. And we're also putting new tips on, so I'm gonna have to do some custom work right here, but no big deal. Yeah, everything went in real good. I left the headers loose up there, that way at the end I could push everything up and torque them down, and everything will be sitting nice and tight. Here we go. All right, so we're fitting the mid pipes up. I just cut some of the old exhaust off, fitted these 2. That way this is all still removable. So like I said, I'm gonna cut it right here, make these 2 fit up, and then we'll go on to the rear section. We'll bolt it up, and we'll put the Black Widow mufflers right here with the tips. City nice and flush, not way out here in the next city. Yes, sir. All right, so we got these pipes modified so they could slide into the speed engineering tubes. And then they'll use the stock hangers, obviously, right there. So I'm gonna get these mounted up, and then we can start fitting those tailpipes and those Black Widows. I'll put this center brace on, kind of hold everything up right now. Got those connection pipes in, so we're all the way at the end. Everything's sitting nice and flat and flush. So let's get these tips done. Right here we have the midsection and the headers all done, all buttoned up. I spaced down that cross member 1/4 of an inch so it wouldn't rattle on the exhaust. So now it's time to do the rear tips. Alright, we're on the final stretch with the exhaust. Got those mid pipes welded on, obviously, stock hangers, stock piece. So we're gonna go to the Black Widow mufflers using the stock hangers up there. Almost. Alright, we finally got everything complete, everything welded up. Got the tips sitting right where we want them. Everything's removable, so it's easy to drop. All factory hangers, spaced down cross member, center support. And then the driver's side is the only side that uses an O2 extension. So you make sure you plug that in. Passenger side doesn't.